Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel 100% Pure Elvis. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to the channel today, and if this is your first time tuning into the 100% Pure Elvis channel, welcome aboard. Now today I returned home from work, had quite a busy schedule on at work today, and I needed to relax. I put the dinner on and I thought to myself, which Elvis album do I want to listen to in his vast catalogue of albums throughout his career? And in my dining room, which is where I keep my Elvis Presley vinyl, I just was going through the whole collection and I decided on an album that was released in 1976 in May, and it is the album From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, recorded live. And this album is only on for just short of 35 minutes. So the album itself is not on for very long at all. And for me, I think this is such a beautiful album from Elvis Presley from 1976. His last but one album is not my favorite from the 1970s. I would say it's in the middle, but I think there's some beautiful songs on this album. Now, the issue that I have here is a limited edition copy on the Music on Vinyl label on gorgeous blue vinyl, which I will share with you all in a moment. And what I love on the back, we have, "Dear friends, thank you for your loyalty. I sincerely hope you like my new RCA album. My best wishes, Elvis Presley." So I'll quickly show you that. You all know what the back of this looks like. And as you can see, mine is on the Music on Vinyl label and it's a limited edition numbered copy. And the singles of this album were Hurt. So Hurt reached number 37 in the UK singles chart in 1976, and The Last Farewell was released after Elvis's passing and reached a peak of number 48 in the UK singles chart. But let's talk through the track listing on From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. So, side one, we have the outstanding Hurt, very powerful, very somber, from the heart. I love everything about Hurt. And you know, when you see Elvis singing that live in concert, you can absolutely, word for word, see that he absolutely adores performing that song live. I think the 1977 version of Hurt that he sings live in concert, so raw, so emotional. Then we have Never Again, beautiful ballad on the album From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. We all know about that song, one of the last songs Elvis ever sang at the piano the night of, was it August, early hours of August 16th, I believe. Danny Boy. Danny Boy is my least favourite song on this album, The Last Farewell. Now, I will talk you through why The Last Farewell means so much to me. Subscribers to my channel who have been with me from the very beginning of my channel will know the reasons behind this, but The Last Farewell has very special meaning to me. As we all know, it was a Roger Whittaker song originally, but I think Elvis Presley made it his own. I love the Roger Whittaker version as well, but The Last Farewell, I've always loved Elvis Presley's version of The Last Farewell, but on the night my older brother Michael passed away in 2016, one of the last songs I was listening to before I was given the sad news was Elvis's The Last Farewell. And again, it hit me to the heart. And, you know, I just thought, what a fitting song that I had just been listening to when I got the devastating news of my brother's passing. So The Last Farewell has very raw, but also very special meaning to me. Then we go on to side B, For the Heart. Again, a great rocker, isn't it, For the Heart? You know, again, a song that you can sing along to. Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall. I absolutely adore that song. I just think the words to that are absolutely beautiful and so intense. And one of my stepfather's favourite Elvis Presley songs, that is Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall. We have Solitaire. We all know Solitaire was also covered by the Carpenters. I think the two very different versions, aren't they? I love the Carpenters version of Solitaire, but I love Elvis's version of Solitaire, the way he sings that cover version of Solitaire. Then we have the stunning Love Coming Down, another beautiful ballad on From Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis, Tennessee. And then we have I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Again, another ballad on this beautiful album. And again, the latter years of the 1970s, Elvis did start recording more ballads, more softer records. And I think, obviously, that is what the fans would have wanted at that time. I would have hoped he would have recorded more rocking tracks still. He did. But now, again, when you look at favourites on an Elvis Presley album, sometimes I find it quite difficult to choose what a favourite song is on an album. Now, with The Last Farewell having such special meaning to me, I am going to have to say The Last Farewell is my favourite song on this album, but it has to be closely followed by Hurt, which to me, so powerful from Elvis, very heartfelt. It's just, I love everything about Hurt. And then I'm going to go for Love Coming Down, which again, a beautiful ballad, very heartfelt. And then I'm going to also go for Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall. But I can't choose a weak song on this album. For me, my least favourite is Danny Boy. As we all know, that's an Irish song, but I've never been keen on Danny Boy, whoever sings that song. I'm not saying Elvis doesn't do a good version of Danny Boy. He does. I'm just not overly keen on the song. So the copy that I have here on record is the reissue on the Music on Vinyl label. I'm going to show you the coloured vinyl inside. Again, comes in a white sleeve. And there you go. I'm just going to get it around. So as you can see, it's on gorgeous, like I call that like a navy blue vinyl. It's kind of like see-through kind of on the other side, and it's on the RCA Victor orange middle there with the Music on Vinyl label as well. I think out of all of the RCA labels throughout Elvis's career, obviously you had many different RCA labels. You had some RCA labels with Nipper the dog. You had some RCA labels, what were the Red Seal labels. You had the black and silver. You had the plain black. I love the orange label, RCA Victor's. What do you think? What's your favourite? So again, an album that was released in 1976. In the United Kingdom, the album didn't perform as well as it should have, in my personal opinion. And I think, what was the reasons behind that? Now, I do believe a very strong first single off an album is very important, whatever artist you are. I think once that first single is released, if that single performs really well in the singles chart, the album that follows normally performs as well or better. So with Hurt struggling at number 37 in the UK singles chart, the album didn't fare that much better. But for me, Hurt was a great choice of a single off this album. Now, other copies that I have in my collection, believe it or not, I only have it on CD once, and this is the original from the 1990s. Exactly the same front and back. So this CD release Oh, I can't read the date. I can't read what year it was released, but it's in the 90s there. The CD inside, you got the Jungle Room there, and then CD is your black and silver RCA CD. And in the book itself, you've got the lyrics to each song, which I think, as Elvis fans, again, you might think, oh, I know all the words to the song anyway. I don't need to sing. I don't need the lyrics. But sometimes I like to sing along with the lyrics, actually, so to make sure that I'm getting the right words. And also in my collection, From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, is also included on the re-release of the Moody Blue CD. And it says here, Moody Blue, digitally remastered, includes 10 tracks. Also includes From Elvis Presley Boulevard on the sticker here. So again, please correct me if I am wrong. I think the image on the front of this Moody Blue CD is from 1975. On the back, again, I think another image from 1975. Now, this was used for a Christmas card image with the Colonel when he sent out Christmas cards. And as you can see, you got the tracks here from Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. And again, inside here, it's sharing with you Moody Blue on the back of the sleeve here, the original front cover of Moody Blue. And then under there, you got another great image of Elvis. Again, I think, it's possibly 1975. And let me quickly show you the sleeve. So, the little booklet inside. So, not forgetting, even though it's got Moody Blue, this includes From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. Great little booklet inside. Some lovely images of Elvis. There you go. And here on the left we have Moody Blue, and on the right From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. For me, you can still pick this up now on Amazon, eBay, HMV, your local record shop. I would get this because it's got the two albums in one, Moody Blue, From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, and it's quite cheap. You're looking at £7.99 to £9.99, I believe. But again, what a great touch. So that is my collection thus far of the beautiful album that was issued in 1976, From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, recorded live. What I would love in the comments below is, what are your memories of that great album from 1976? Were you alive when that album was originally released? Did you like the album at the time? Did you like the songs on the album? Was it an album that you thought was quite weak, or was it an album that you thought at the time was a return to form for Elvis? For me, in 1976, when this was released, I was only 3 years old. So for me, obviously, I didn't know about that album until going into the late 1980s, when I really started getting into collecting Elvis Presley. I remember, well, I can't remember a lot really, but I do remember when I listened to the album, I just thought the song choices, like a lot of ballads on there, and I thought Elvis's voice was as strong as ever. I think his voice on this album, From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, is outstanding. Elvis's voice never failed him, in my personal opinion, as an Elvis fan. I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise. The next door neighbour is doing some work in their garden. But again, before I sign out, please share your thoughts on this beautiful album, From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, recorded live, a 1976 release on the RCA Victor label. I love reading your comments below, and I love responding to all of your comments below. I really love listening to people's love of Elvis. I love reading people's love of Elvis, and some of us have differences of opinions on favourite songs or least favourite songs. And when I talk about an album and what's my favourite, what's my least favourite, I love doing that, because I don't say Elvis recorded bad songs. I think there's some songs that were weaker than others on albums. And for me, with me being very honest, if I've got a CD on, so let me say, for instance, if I was listening to From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee on my CD player, so at home I've got the record player and CD player, it's all in one. It's like a top of the range record player and CD player. So let's say if I chose to listen to the CD instead of the vinyl, I would fast forward Danny Boy, because I just don't like listening to it. But if I listen to it on record, I would listen to it, because I don't like moving the needle off the record, if you understand what I mean. So look, thank you for taking the time out to watch this upload today From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. Please share your thoughts in the comments below on the album. Where would this sit in your favourite or least favourite albums of the 70s, or even it throughout his career? Where would it sit for you? I'd really be interested in reading that as well in the comments below. Look, as always, if you haven't as yet subscribed to the 100% Pure Elvis channel, what's taking you? Please hit that subscribe button, and welcome to the 100% Pure Elvis family. We have a lot of love for Elvis. Let's keep Elvis music alive. Let's keep on playing Elvis every day. Let's keep his music out there. Let's bring it to a newer generation. I always sign out by saying, let's keep Elvis close to our hearts. Please, let's keep on playing his music. Most important to me. But also, most of all, lots of love, everybody. Speak soon. Bye-bye.